the signs of the zodiac. I'm Pam, and welcome to your psychic crystal reading for the Gemini full moon on December 11th and 12th, 2019. Now, this full moon in Gemini is the last full moon we have for the year, and it's generating a period of release in preparation for the eclipse on the 26th of December, and you need to think about what you can let go of that's not any longer in your highest good. And the best time for you to do that is between now and the eclipse. You don't need to wait till the beginning of 2020 to, you know how everybody does that at the beginning of the year. It's like, oh, I'm getting rid of, I'm turning over a new leaf. I'm starting this resolution. You don't need to do that then. You're going to get more momentum and more energy if you figure out what's in alignment with your soul and start releasing the things that aren't right now. It will benefit you greatly. So remember when you watch this video that I am looking into the crystal and getting messages and predictions from my spirit guides for the energies of this Gemini full moon, which can last for 2 weeks or up to 30 days. And I'm doing it by the elements. So it'll be earth, water, fire, air. The earth signs are Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. The fire signs are Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. The water signs are Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. And the air signs are Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. So you may even want to watch if you know your rising sign. Maybe your sun sign is a fire sign, but your rising sign is a water sign. Those messages could also apply to you. So you might want to watch where your rising sign is as well. And the other thing I want to add here, I started a page on eBay. I was going to originally have the jewelry I've created for a long time. I was going to put it on my website in an online store. I'm not sure whether I'm going to do that or not. So right now I'm putting different pieces I've made on eBay, and I did sell one of the necklaces I made. So I was really happy about that. And I hope the customer that bought it enjoys it. So this time I'm also having another necklace from the same series where I made the polymer clay in the pattern of like a giraffe pattern. And this is the necklace I'm going to have on eBay right now. And it has a closure of an open, I don't know, I'm not exactly sure what that closure is called. At the moment, it slips my mind. But so some of the accent beads are wood. Some of them are a gray gold color. And then the rest of it is the polymer clay beads. So if you want to check that out, the link is below in the description box in the show more section. And if you're just searching eBay, you can look up Mermaid's Treasure, mermaids with an S, treasure, and you'll find this necklace will be available for either 5 or 7 days. I'm not sure, I didn't list it yet, but it will be listed. So now on to your readings for this full moon in Gemini, December 11th and 12th, 2019. So the first element I'm going to start with, as always, I seem to just go in this pattern. It's not that I'm favoring one or the other. It's just my way. I'm going to start with Earth. So this will be the element of Earth, which is Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. Some of you Earth signs are going to feel antsy or jumpy from this full moon in Gemini. Some of you Earth signs are going to feel like I have too many things to do. I have too many things I need to get done. And you may feel stressed. Could be because of the upcoming winter holidays upon us. Some of you are going to have the energy of like wanting to see something completed or cleared away. Like if you have too much junk or trash or debris or things in your yard or leaves or stuff on your house or desk or in cabinets or in the basement, or even relationships that don't feel good to you. Like I get the energy of some of you earth signs definitely want to clear something out of the way. This full moon in Gemini is going to be igniting that in you. Some of you earth signs are going to make a lasting impression on someone you're going to meet over the course of the next 2 weeks to 30 days. Some of you earth signs, you're going to be receiving like compliments, accolades, people giving you praise, could be receiving an award, but I get high praise, positive feedback, accolades for some of you earth signs. And I also get, for some of you earth signs, it's going to be like things are really going to suddenly fall into place for you. Especially if it's been like things were in disarray, or you felt like parts of your life were like a puzzle piece and things were just like scattered everywhere. They're going to start to fall into place for you now. Notoriety, but positive notoriety, and also getting noticed comes up for some of you earth signs. So it's in a positive way. Careful not to overspend. Some of you earth signs if you're out partying with friends, you may be like, yeah, the tab's on me, drinks all around. And then the next day you're going to be like, oh my God, why did I spend all that money? Or, I'm not saying don't be generous, don't get me wrong, but I feel like some of you could get ahead of yourself or get overly happy and spendy, and then later you could regret it. Some of you earth signs need to be careful you don't wise off to somebody. My guides are showing me like, you may be like, oh yeah, well, this is what I think about you, or what do you, what's up with you? And you might have some like smart alecky wise off thing to say. So be careful of that in the next 2 weeks to 30 days, earth signs. Some of you may need to think about this, that you may need to become aware that you need more training in something. Could be something you're already doing, and if you get the training, it's going to increase your, you could make more money from it, or maybe you're a little weak in some areas and against the competition, you maybe wouldn't do as well. So there might be something for some of you earth signs where you need some training. But you are going to be kind of like graced with the gift of gab. So you're going to find yourself over the next 2 weeks to 30 days, you're going to be more talkative, gregarious, outgoing, friendly. So if you're a quiet earth sign, you're not going to be so quiet. You're going to be way more, more like chatty and the social butterfly. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the element of water. This is Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. Some of you water signs may feel from the energy of this full moon in Gemini like you want a good emotional release and a good emotional cry. You may be up for a good cry, let it all out. Or, or maybe you're more of the angry type. Maybe you want to hit a punching bag or go jogging, but I do get emotionalism and time for a good cry. Some of you water signs, this Gemini full moon is bringing about change in your life. It's coming in and it's like shining some light on your life, and it's going to rearrange some things and change some things for you. Some of you water signs are going to be really affected in the sense where you're going to be like, no nonsense, I'm getting down to business. I want to deal with A to B to C to D, like getting down to business, getting the facts, operating on a schedule, following techniques, methods, and protocols, that kind of thing. Some of you water signs are going to feel like a little tentative, like you need to hold back. Maybe you are afraid of like saying something, like, because what I'm picking up here is my guide showing me there's something on the tip of your tongue and the urge to speak up or say something. But at the same time, internally, you're going to have the feeling like, I better hadn't do that. I don't think that'll turn out in my best interests. And I would agree with you. So follow your intuition on that. And some of you water signs are going to feel like your world feels a little bit brighter. Like this Gemini full moon is giving you a little bit more control, a little bit more power. That is the sense that comes up here. Some of you water signs are going to see an old flame that you lost touch with, or somebody you were friends with or close to, could even be a relative. But first it comes up like an old flame. But if it's not an old flame and meaning an old love relationship to you, then it's somebody from the past that you've lost touch with. But I feel this is a good thing. I'm not feeling like this is a blessing for you, not a detriment. Some of you water signs are going to get an invitation to like some fabulous gathering or party over the course of the next 2 weeks to 30 days. And that's going to be fun and make you really happy. You might want to keep your ridiculousness in check. So if you find like you're getting really giddy or silly or wacky or, kind of risque with what you're saying or doing, you might want to tone it down a little bit, because I feel like but if you don't care, go ahead. But I feel like you could offend somebody, or you might be perceived in a way that you don't want to be perceived. So keep like silliness, giddiness, and any kind of outrageous behavior to a minimum over the course of the next 2 weeks to 30 days. I'm not trying to kill your joy. You can be as crazy as you want. This is the message I'm getting. Be cautious and don't overestimate what people will be willing to do for you. So be cautious. Don't think, oh, it's the holidays, they're going to give me this, and people are going to do that easily. Don't overestimate people. I don't want to sound like negative Nelly here, but you may think, oh yeah, sure, they're going to do it. Oh yeah, sure, that's going to be great. And they don't do it. So don't overestimate what people are willing to do. Some of you water signs are using your intuition wisely now. So make sure you follow through with that and go with your gut. Make sure you do, because there's some situation that may come up for some of you water signs where people around you are perceiving it one way. And it looks like the way that most people would perceive it. Maybe even you would think that. But you're going to have your psychic intuition hat on, and you're going to be like, it's not really the way it's coming off. And you're the one that's right. So trust your intuition and follow it. Don't like go along with the crowd just because everybody else is saying something that you see is different. Okay? So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the element of fire. This will be Aries, Leos, and Sagittarians. You're definitely, fire signs are going to want more action. You're going to feel, if your life feels dull or boring, or even just in general, maybe because holidays are coming up, I don't know, but I pick up the fire signs are going to want more action. Some of you are going to be really focused on and looking out for how you can take care of or treat your family. Like when I say treat, I don't even mean necessarily treat them with kindness. It could be that, but it could also be treat your family like to nice dinners or to nice presents or to something special. But how you treat family, treating them in some way, comes up here for you, fire signs. Some of you fire signs, your knowledge is really going to expand. This Gemini full moon is somehow illuminating and expanding your learning potential. I don't know if it's doing something chemically to your brain, or if just the universe is delivering you more knowledge and information that just comes at you through the internet or through people you meet and talk to, books you read, or whatever. But your knowledge is expanding, some of you fire signs, from this Gemini full moon. Some of you are going to be really focusing on the minutest of details and like looking at little tiny things and going, I need to put this away, or this is out of place, I needed to put it with that, or going through junk drawers. Like if you have junk drawers with pens and, I don't know, magnets and pens and paper clips and staplers and staples and envelopes and all that crap, you're going to go through that kind of stuff. Or if you're in a creative endeavor and you have to put painstaking little decorations on, like cookies you're decorating or things you want to decorate or something you're creating or sewing or painting, you're going to be like really into these like little bitty details of stuff. Some of you fire signs are receiving some kind of notification that you got something, like something gets bumped up. You either get moved up in your job, you get a promotion. Some of you could find out, like if you were in a line on a wait list for an adoption or for a visa or like a work visa or something else, you get bumped up in line. Something gets bumped up for you from this Gemini full moon. Some of you fire signs are going to get involved in teaching a class. And if you're not teaching a class and giving education and instruction, you could be taking a class and receiving information and instructor. And you could even make a good connection with a strong teacher, shaman, or mentor during the next 2 weeks to 30 days, some of you fire signs. Some of you are going to be really happy about finding some old things. Could be at flea markets, yard sales, could be in your attic, could be in your basement, could be in an estate sale, or old things that were handed down to you. And like there's some value to it. And like it may be really special. It could be crystal or in glass or be something intricate, because I'm seeing you look at something very intricate and it's old. And I feel that you're going to be happy about finding this, whether you find it to buy it or you find it in your own home and it was put away. The word of caution here for the fire signs: if you have to sell anything you're working on, any ideas, anything, you have to be believable, or the product you're selling you have to believe in it, or the work you're doing, you need to believe in it. If you don't believe in what you're selling, what you're creating, or the work you're doing, then other people aren't going to either. So that's the caution for you over the next 2 weeks to 30 days. So fire signs, if you've got to do work or sell anything or talk about anything or make any like presentations of any kind, if you don't believe in it, don't do it, because you must believe to sell it or to make a success of what you're trying to do. So keep that under your hat for the next 2 weeks to 30 days. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the element of air. This will be Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Some of you air signs are going to be having a lot of fun. And I hear my guides are saying the words, a laugh riot. So to me, that means either with your family, your friends, if you go to any parties or gatherings, next 2 weeks to the 30 days are going to be like a laugh riot for you air signs. Some of you need to heed caution and the words of the wise. That's what my guide said. And I feel this is like, if you believe in the Bible or any spiritual teaching, I don't care whether it's a religious teaching or not. It could be a spiritual teaching. They're not necessarily the same thing. You need to heed the words of the wise. I feel like it would be a beneficial time for you to read esoteric books, things on the web, listen to audio books that are imparting like spiritual laws, spiritual guidance, and spiritual wisdom to you. Some of you are going to get selected for something. So if you have to audition, you'll get picked. If you are in a church raffle or some school raffle or in some kind of contest, a Gemini will probably be picked or selected. And I say Gemini specifically because my guides are saying Geminis in particular, but it can really happen for any of the air signs. Or winning some kind of award or getting recognized for, like, maybe you'll win Teacher of the Year. Maybe you'll win Employee of the Year or Employee of the Month, or have the biggest sales of the month, or win in some kind of contest. So some of you have a winning streak here with this Gemini full moon. Some of you are going to be taking things out, such as, don't be surprised if you don't start looking over stocks if you're in the stock market and start selling some of them off. And if it's not stocks, plural, like in the stock market, it could be stock in a store that you have in the back and you're like, I got to sell off this stock. Or it could be stuff that you own personally. If you're not in the stock market or you don't have a store and the word stock doesn't apply to you that way, it could be your own things. I feel you're going to start selling them during the next 2 weeks to 30 days. This sounds weird, but it's going to benefit you. Somebody's confidence is broken and they're going to tell you something. And it's going to be a blessing for you to hear it. It's not like your confidence is getting blown. Somebody is blowing somebody else's confidence and is going to tell you something, and that information is going to be extremely valuable and helpful for you to know. Be careful you don't seek out revenge over the next 2 weeks to 30 days, because some of you might be mad over something somebody said or did, and you may try to get them back in some way. And I would not do it, because it's going to open up like a hornet's nest, and it's not going to be something you're going to want to deal with. So resist the urge to be spiteful or get somebody back. Some of you are going to be buying a whole new wardrobe. Maybe you lost a lot of weight, or maybe you gained weight, or maybe you're just bored with your clothes. But I see some of you going out and spending money and getting, it could even be a whole new look. Like you may change your hair, your makeup, and your clothes. But I see some of you getting a whole new wardrobe over the next 2 weeks to 30 days. I do feel that some of you earth signs will have the blessing of retaining some kind of affluence, hierarchy or affluence. So you could be moving up the ladder in your corporation or business. You could just be generating more money. Maybe you get a raise, or you have somebody that leaves you some money. But I see you getting more affluence in some way. And also in your stature of what you're doing, not just the money factor, but an elevated, somehow you feel like you're moving up to me. So I hope those messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. I want to thank you so much. As always, thank you so much for watching my videos. I truly, truly appreciate it. And please like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell when you do subscribe. And that way you'll get notified when I post my videos to YouTube, if you would like to get that notification. Also, I want to remind you that I have video series posted below this video on Vimeo that are kind of pointed or specific on certain things that may help you out. And I price my Vimeos very inexpensively. I know there's some people out there selling their Vimeos for quite a lot of money. I'm not charging a lot for mine. I don't believe that I am, in comparatively speaking. So the first video series that I have listed below will be the psychic crystal readings for each sign of the zodiac for the month of December 2019. That link is posted below this video, and if you click on it, it will take you to those videos on Vimeo, and you can select your sign or your rising and your moon. You can get all three or just get your sun sign, and it will give you predictions and messages from my spirit guides about what else is going on for you in December 2019. I also did 2 separate video series on the 2 eclipses that are coming up. One of the other links below is for the eclipse, as I mentioned earlier at the beginning of the reading, that is going to be on the 26th of December. It is a solar eclipse in Capricorn, and I did a psychic tarot and crystal reading for each sign of the zodiac using the Morgan Greer tarot deck to look at, eclipses bring beginnings and endings and change. So if you want to see what beginnings and endings and change come up for you on your sun, moon, or rising sign, you can click on that link below. And then the other video series is for the eclipse that is taking place on January 10th, 2020, which is a full moon lunar eclipse in Cancer. I did a psychic tarot and crystal readings for each sign of the zodiac there using the Hanson-Roberts tarot deck. And same applies, what's beginning, what's ending, and what's going to change for you. You can watch your sun, your moon, or your rising sign. You may want to check on somebody close to you, like what's going on with them. See what, maybe you want to watch, cross watch for somebody else. So that link is also below this video. And these links are always available on my website at www.theluckymermaid.com. Click on the videos tab on my menu, and there you will see all the video series I have listed and the descriptions of what they are, what cards I used, how far in time they go out. By the way, those eclipse videos, those predictions are probably going to be at least good for 6 months out in time, because that's how long eclipses often affect us. So the other thing I want to say, which I said at the beginning of the video, in case you missed it, I'm going to say it here. I was originally going to sell jewelry I've been making for years on my Lucky Mermaid channel, Lucky Mermaid website, in an online store, but I'm not sure that I want to do that. It might be easier for me to just sell one at a time here and there. So I started an eBay page, and that link is also posted below this video for this necklace, which I'm going to show you right here. This is a giraffe design. I made the beads out of polymer clay, and then once they are cooked, baked, I put them together with wooden beads, and some brass beads are here gold colored, and it has like a ring closure with this post, and it has a nice drop to it. So if you like this look and you want something made by the Lucky Mermaid, maybe you think it's going to bring you luck. You never know. I got lucky in my name. Maybe you'll be lucky if you get this necklace. So just joking, but you never know. Sometimes things are lucky. So if you're interested, that link is below this video for that auction, which will either be posted for 5 or 7 days. I'm not sure as I'm recording it. I haven't listed it yet, but I will by the time this airs. Also, if you would like to get more psychic messages and predictions from my spirit guides channeled through me that you're not going to see here on YouTube, you can follow me on my social media pages at The Lucky Mermaid LLC on Facebook, The Psychic Pastry Chef LLC on Facebook, and on Instagram, it's The Lucky Mermaid _ Pam Georgel. I pull tarot cards. I pull tarot cards, oracle cards, angel cards. I use the crystal. I'll give you psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides. And it's not just for the day that I post it. Many times, like the one I did today, they said 3 to 4 weeks was the prediction time on what I just did today on Instagram and Facebook. So you might want to check those out. So I hope you have absolutely phenomenal energy come into your life and give you the best of everything from this full moon in Gemini in December 2019. And know that I wish you many blessings and peace.